When we were looking for it, I wanted a spa that would meet more of therapeutic needs. I suffer from chronic back pain, and I wanted something that I could relax and ease my muscles and the tension after days of work, and that's what I was looking for.
Some of the concerns that I was potentially weighing when we were looking into researching the spa was a lot of the maintenance. We've had some, we've gotten some feedback online based on it being a maintenance nightmare or the excessive amount of cleaning that needed to be done with previous spa owners, which was kind of dispelled by kind of the new generation of spas and the new technology. We also have a friend that has the same model spa that we ended up getting, and he completely debunked the myth of it being extremely difficult to maintain because it's a once a week type thing and it's 5-10 minutes, so it wasn't too bad. Well, I did a lot of research. I'm a salesperson by trade, and I wouldn't say I'm analytical, but I like to do a little bit of research before I make significant purchases. So the research that took place was, obviously I have a friend that had the same kind of spa that I was looking at, so I talked to him, went in his spa and tested it out. Online, there's a lot of resources online, and the website for Champagne Spas and Sundance and the other manufacturers, pretty extensive. Of course, the main research that, or the main information that we got was from the salesperson. Because, I didn't know a whole lot about spas, but the basics, the features you can look at online, and then it helps when you come in and see, okay, this is exactly what I was seeing online, and this is why it's important, or these are the factors that are important. The Sundance website, the reason why we went to the Sundance website was because of my friend who had a Sundance spa, and that was initially the first spa that was researched. So, some of the search terms that we utilized were how many people we were typically going to entertain. So I would search, for example, 4-person spa. I would search the different manufacturers that I knew about, Sundance Spa, or if I found a model that I particularly liked or that we particularly liked, I would search by that model and I did try to find a lot of information regarding blogs or feedback outside of the company websites of people who have the spa and if they're happy, if they're not happy, or what issues may arise, after a year or two of owning the spa. And as far as Sundance and Champagne Spas, I found a lot of positive feedback, so that was very reassuring. Some of the reasons why I went to the Sundance website was because it was very visual. I think that when you're researching a spa, reading numbers and reading statistics is not that exciting, but seeing a couple in the spa, having a lemonade, having a glass of wine, playing with their kids in there, playing with rubber duckies, I think is much more appealing and exciting. And, to be honest with you, it is a very exciting time when you're making a purchase of a spa. It's something that you're going to enjoy. It's something that we had talked about, and it was exciting to see people on the website having fun, just like we anticipate and have had fun for the past, 6 months?
Yes.
Awesome.
The most important thing for me was when we came here to Sundance Spa, we were able to get into the spas and actually test it out for comfort and size. Since there's a big size difference between us both, we wanted to make sure that we were both going to be able to fit into it comfortably.
Yeah, I think coming in was very beneficial because we were able to take a look at the size, because there's so many different kinds of spas, and there's so many different kinds of spas that maybe a 4-person, 5-person, or 6-person, and you still have options within each category. But there's a lounge chair, and I'm 6'2", so it's important that I'm able to fit in the different positions so that we can enjoy all of the various lovely positions of the spa. Being in sales, I would say that whenever your curiosity is piqued about buying a spa, it couldn't hurt going in. everybody's a little bit different as far as their research threshold. Some people like to do all the research first and then go in. Some people like to go in and see, is this really for us? I personally, a combination of both. I want to touch and feel the product, but I also want to do a little bit of research, so when I do go in, I have an idea of what I'm looking at. We were fortunate. We had a salesperson that was amazing and extremely nice, but in my research, didn't have the best experience at other places as far as what they were willing to describe, how nice they were about, the research process. They just wanted the sale. They just wanted to say, when are you ready to buy it? And, we weren't ready at the time. It was a pretty short turnaround for us, but yeah, I would say it could be a combination of both. It just depends on your personality. It depends on your buying style, but I would recommend getting in early to touch and feel and take a look at that.
Cool.
For me personally, when we came to Sundance Spa, when I was doing my research initially, I wanted to see the spas and touch and feel and see everything that they had to offer. And then once I decided visually what I thought would be most comfortable for me, then I would go home and research everything. But I'm more of a visual person and wanted to see it in person.
Right. Did you guys ever feel pressured to buy when you came into the showroom? Did you guys ever feel like there was kind of a hard sell attitude, or was it a little more relaxed?
No, I didn't. I think that's one of the best features of coming into Champagne Spas is we didn't feel that pressure from Amanda. And that's kind of one of the main reasons why we bought here is because not only was their products great, the spas were amazing, but Amanda was great about describing what exactly the features were on the different options that we were looking, and not giving us that pressure. I mean, obviously we had a good communication level where, I told her where we were at in the buying process, and she understood that, and she kept us up to date on the pricing options, but not at one time did we feel any pressure or stress about we have to buy it this time. She didn't do the typical car salesman close that, hey, if you don't buy it today, you're going to lose out on thousands of dollars. And not that other places did do that, but other places were less willing to walk me around the showroom for 20 minutes and not, from a salesperson's perspective, I know when I'm being sold hard or soft, so I didn't feel that tension at all when I was here.
Cool.
Well, I had heard about Sundance. It's a pretty reputable brand in spas for years. But the primary area that I learned about the Sundance Spa line was through my friend who had purchased a spa 2 years ago. So and was extremely happy with the model, extremely happy with the maintenance, extremely happy with the process that it took. And he's extremely analytical. He's put spreadsheets together. He has a whiteboard that he puts prices together. So I trust that he's did the research enough to find out, okay, what are the top brands? What is the best value for what he was looking for? And I kind of utilized some of that knowledge into our buying process.
When we first came to Sundance Spa, the salespeople here that we met were very knowledgeable, very friendly. They were willing to show us all the spas, what they offer, and made the decision of purchasing a spa very comfortable. And there was no pressure when we were purchasing the spa at all.
I think one thing that surprised me about spas in general when we came in here were the number of features. Typically when you go to a hotel, you have one feature. You press the button, the jets come on, and that's pretty much it. They go off in 15 minutes. And there's no adjustability to the jets. Different seats. Most of the seats don't have therapeutic jets to touch on your back and your legs and your calves. Whereas when we came in, it was amazing the kind of adjustability, the kind of customization that each of the spas, particularly the one we purchased, had. So I think we have almost 60, 70, 80 jets. I don't know how many, but it's pretty amazing to see the kind of technology that goes into what some of the old school people will call a tub with water. Not quite a tub with water. It's much, much more.
I love that the jets were adjustable and they were able to hit different parts on my back. And I didn't realize that different jets could move and there were so many different positions for the jets.
Awesome.
Yeah, color combination was just based off preference between my wife and I. A little bit had to do with the decor of our backyard. So we ended up getting the Hamilton. And I joke with my salesperson that we should have got the Cameo. But that's okay. We made a great decision. And we decided to go with the mahogany. And initially we wanted to go with the white, pearl white top. But feedback from a previous owner of the friend that I had said that you may not want to go with the pearl white top for long-term purposes. So we decided to go with maybe an oyster. I think it might have been platinum.
I have to think about it. You can go first,
Oh.
Mr. Talker.
I think my favorite feature of the spa is we have young children, our 1-year-old and a 4-year-old. Now the 1-year-old doesn't go in the spa, but the 4-year-old has just started going in the spa. And what excites me the most is, obviously I love the therapeutic options, I love the jets, I love the, just sitting in a spa and relaxing, but to see the excitement that she gets out of watching the lights change colors. And it's a pretty simple feature, but she gets so excited about sitting in the spa, watching it go from red to blue to pink to rainbow. And I don't know, maybe it's the dad in me, but I get pretty excited with that.
My favorite feature of the spa is just that can I start over?
It's all right. Sort of think it through, take a deep breath, and take as many tries as you want.
My favorite part of the spa is there's different seats. So if I want to sit up a little bit higher and sit in a cool-off seat, I have that option. Or I can sit back and relax. Just depending on how my day goes, if I want to just go in there to relax, I can. Or I can sit up and have the jets hit my back in a certain way. I think that's all. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
I would absolutely recommend the Sundance brand for spas. The beauty of the spa, the relaxation points that they have, and all of the features in the spa makes the whole process great, and the salespeople are wonderful. It's just a very stress-free process to go through, and Sundance Spa has been wonderful to us, even still to this day after making the purchase.
I would highly recommend Sundance Spas. I did a lot of research when taking a look at which spa to purchase, what are the different options as far as, even with different companies. And I think the two key factors that really stood out for me was the quality of the spa. Because a lot of spas, a lot of manufacturers, they all have jets, they all have filtration systems, they all have, nice buttons to press. But the quality and the look, the quality and the seating, I think for people of different sizes, the Hamilton spa that we have, has seats that are extremely comfortable if you're 6'2" like myself, or if you're 5'2" like my wife. So just having that variety and having that comfort level was amazing. And then also the salespeople. I think that your experience when purchasing something at, spas can be expensive. And when I buy a spa, I want to reward the salesperson that takes care of us, that's willing to work with us rather than an adversary. And I think we really got that experience at Champagne Spas of somebody who's willing to work with us, somebody who's willing to take the time to help us make the best decision, not just after the first week of owning the spa, but after the 5 years of owning a spa. We'll still have that euphoria and that excitement to jump in the spa each time.
Don't we have a lot of fun in the spa? That's our mommy-daughter time, isn't it? Do you like to go in the spa and hang out? Yeah?
What's your favorite feature about the spa you have? Like, do you like the lights or the jets, or what's the coolest thing about it?
I like the jets
What's cool about the jets?
because we go in the pool
What about the colors? Do you like how the colors change?
and the color change.
What's your